So I can pursue miracles or I can pursue fruit. Well, don't pursue miracles, pursue the fruit. And so what's the difference between fruit and miracles? Well, miracles is God wanting to show his love to somebody, maybe this unsaved person who is suffering, and God just loves them so much. He's looking for anybody, any Christian who's available, willing, right? So if I'm available to God, he can use me to provide healing for that person because he loves them, because of his love. And his love is that's a miracle. He just healed them. Fruit is different. Fruit is a product of a relationship of real intimacy with the Father. This continual relationship of communion, of enjoying his presence and just spending time with him in his presence. Earlier today, God gave me this revelation of this to take me a little bit further into that intimacy. I was eating some nuts, and I had 2 nuts in my hands, and God told me, and I'm eating one, God says, no, stop. And I could have eaten the other one, but this, God said, stop eating this. Okay, so I'm going to put the nuts away. And I didn't even eat the second one I had in my hand. I put it back too. I don't know why God told me to stop eating the nuts, but he told me to stop eating the nuts. So, okay. And then he says to me, eat the cheese. And I'm like, okay. So I started eating the cheese. I was like, why? What was the purpose? It doesn't matter. I'm learning to hear the voice of God, but it is kind of curious. Why would he be interested in something as meaningless as that? And then he showed me. No, he's not interested in what I eat. Yeah, he's not interested in nuts and cheese. He wanted to give me this experience of hearing him in the little things, of having this conversation with him in these little things that don't matter, because he is interested in the little things in my life. He is interested in spending time with me. There was no significance to the nuts or the cheese. That was totally insignificant. But there was a massive significance to me hearing the still, quiet, small voice of God, my God, who wants to talk with me. And the cheese wasn't even the type of cheese that I particularly enjoy, but when I ate that particular cheese, oh, it tasted amazing. Why? God just wants me to stop eating nuts, take a bite of cheese, because he's gonna make it taste amazing. What? No other reason than that. Taking joy in the presence of God. Earlier that day I was in church, I saw a vision of a guy in front of me walking past me. I don't know why. Why did I just see a vision of the guy who's standing in front of me, walking past me and going out behind me? And I felt like he was going to where the kids were. And so I'm thinking, God, why? Why did you show me a vision of this guy going to be with the kids? And I'm asking God, and God says, I want you to walk out the way that he went. Walk out and contact one of your sisters and tell her what I tell you to tell her. You see, in the vision of him walking out, it had nothing to do with me telling him that I thought I had heard God tell him to go talk to the kids ministry or something. It was just this picture for a confirmation for me that God was telling me to say something specific to one of my sisters. I didn't even know what I was going to say to her, but this is the confirmation. Go out, pull out your phone, say what I tell you to tell your sister. I'm confirming. God, you gave me a vision to confirm. You talked to me about nuts and cheese. Oh God, you are so good. You want to spend time, and you want to communicate with me about this stuff. And God gave me stuff to share with my sister, and I had this absolute confidence. This is what I need to say to my sister. I knew the exact words. I knew what not to say. It was amazing. There is an overflow of relationship with God where there is a product from just being in relationship. God, you are so good.